It's the 10th of June, and this is Greg Shapiro's United States of Europe, bridging the gap between boring EU politics and stuff you might really care about. Basically a few news jokes and then an interview with someone impressive. This week, EU legal correspondent Gosia Krakowska. And now it's time for me, your host, Greg Shapiro. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's United States of Europe. And I am Greg Shapiro, the American Netherlander, American European, and executive comedian, giving the EU the respect they deserve by making fun of them just like anybody else. This week, we'll try to make sense of a lot of news that happened last week, the G7 summit, the D-Day memorial, as well as some D-Day kind of summit action on the sides. And what else? Yeah, getting me into position. That's good. Okay. And also, the European Central Bank had their big summit last week. Hello. And so a lot of predictions and follow-up that we can do with last week. Let's start with some news. Right. Just checking. There's a lot of laughter going on in the control booth. I'm glad. This is as close as we get to a live studio audience. So, Jeremy's happy? Good. Here we go. European, American, and Russian leaders wrapped up a week of war remembrance and summit talks, agreeing that World War II must never again allowed to happen on European soil. The week last week ended with President Obama committing $1 billion to Eastern Europe in added weapons, apparently with the logic that if World War II would happen again, they'll have all the tools they need. French President François Hollande added that Europe was also not looking for a replay of the Cold War. This was on the same day that France sold 2 state-of-the-art warships to Russia. Indeed, with so many countries dealing so many weapons to each other, it's really not. It's neither like the Cold War, nor like World War II. It's a lot more like World War I for the World War I buffs out there. In politics, after far-right gains, that was the map of crazy alliances in World War I. Indeed. Let's get to European parliamentary politics. Of course, after the far right made their big gains in EU voting, politicians such as Marine Le Pen are attempting to create a permanent parliament coalition, this time based on the idea of Europe's fundamentally Christian identity. The chances of the coalition succeeding are about as healthy as the 800 babies found last week under a Christian nunnery in Ireland. And last week, the International New York Times had a front page article on the Netherlands Groningen gas fields, which supply about 30% of all European production. On the same page was an article about the EU's lack of consensus on Russia due to issues of energy security. In other words, Groningen, get ready for more earthquakes. In international news, Pope Francis has announced plans to intervene in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict to bring the teachings of the Bible to the Mideast peace process. These include the teachings of the Book of Revelations, in which the Hebrews take ownership of all Israel so that Jesus can return and send all disbelievers to eternal damnation. And in economic news, expectations were high from the European Central Bank last week at their summit meeting to stimulate the Eurozone economy. Mario Draghi, the president, took the almost unprecedented move of lowering the euro interest rate to the point that they're basically paying you to loan money, instantly earning the Italian central banker the title of worst loan shark ever. Europe's economists continue to debate whether there should be a label of Europe's economy. Are we undergoing deflation, lowflation, or stagflation? Well, according to British stag parties, based on their sexual performance after an evening of drugs and drinking, stagflation really is the most accurate description. Coming up next, we have a very special guest from the University of Amsterdam, and we'll talk to her right after this short break.